From the Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Dale and Scott.
That's kind of fun. Welcome to the Swish Edition, everybody. Today is April 24th. It's hump day. How are you, Dale?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Glad to be back behind the microphone. Before we start, I want to let you know that we left a dog in the studio, so if all the shit hits the fan, we will scurry him out. Hopefully he'll just lie there. Hey, did you know that today is another palindrome day?
I didn't know that until I saw it right now.
So it's 4/24/24, and that backwards is 4/24/24.
Yeah.
Apparently that's happened. It's either 10 or 11 times this month.
Yeah, because the other one was 4/20.
Right. There's a couple. There are 10. I think there's 10 different ones. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen again. I don't know how they figure this out, but I guess it's not that hard. Today's show is titled Manifesting Abundance, and I just love this so much. And I heard it either yesterday or the day before on a new Progressive Insurance commercial. You know Progressive Insurance, the one with Flo?
Yeah.
Her merry bunch of friends, and they always do stupid shit. Anyway, I don't know. It just came up. Somebody was, some Instagram person said it, and Manifesting Abundance. And I just thought that was a perfect name for an episode. So that's why we've got it. And speaking of abundance, you probably heard about this. Dale and I were just talking about it the other day when we were driving around town. Red Lobster has a lot of shrimp, but they stupidly gave it all away.
Yep.
After 55 years in business and over 700 locations now, the current owner, it's an organization called the Thai Union Group, they're planning to file bankruptcy. Many of their vendors across the country are not getting paid either. The company lost over $500 million because they made the ultimate endless shrimp promotion, which they used to do a couple times a year.
Well, I thought it was like once a year, and then they did crab legs and then other stuff.
So they decided to make it a permanent part of their menu back in June of last year, 2023. And it was an epic, horrible failure, and they lost so much friggin' money. But this is what we were talking about the other day. As soon as they saw that it wasn't working and they weren't making money, why didn't they stop it?
Yeah, I don't get it.
It doesn't make any sense. I would have canceled it immediately. They were initially charging $22 a person, then they upped it to $25, and that still wasn't covering the cost of the shrimp.
You're getting unlimited shrimp. It should be easily $40.
You came up with the idea that they should charge people by how much they weigh.
Yeah.
You said $1 a pound, but that seems a little too much. And I said maybe 10 cents a pound.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bigger people can probably eat more shrimp. I don't think I could eat more than 2 helpings.
Yeah.
Right?
It's too much of the same stuff over and over.
Exactly. Now, that said, they have a brand new thing that I didn't know about. It's called street corn shrimp. Have you seen this?
No.
Look at the next picture.
I know. It's all about that crema.
That crema sauce that they put on top. So it's a bed of the street corn that we actually like it. Who does it really well? California Pizza Kitchen.
Yeah, CPK.
And then we learned how to make it. We started making it at home. And now you put that down on the plate, and then you put the grilled shrimp on top, and then you put this crema sauce on top, and it just looks amazing.
I want that right now.
I would head over there for that. That does look really good.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about this company's doing kind of weird things that we don't understand, like endless shrimp. Did Heinz and Mattel miss the boat? Because I thought Barbie year was last year.
And I was about to ask you if you missed the boat.
Why is that?
Because I'm just now seeing this.
They just announced it. Heinz and Mattel announces a classic barbecue mayo barbecue sauce, and it's pink. They're using beetroot to achieve Barbie's signature color, and the mayo and barbecue sauce is vegan.
Oh.
It supposedly has a smoky flavor and is suggested for toppings on salads and burgers. Pink
So it's mayo and barbecue sauce
mixed together, and then beetroot to make it Pepto-Bismol pink.
Yeah.
Now here's the catch, y'all, and you know it because you've heard it so many times on this show. They only made 5,000 bottles available here in the United States. They sold them online, and you're hearing this now because they're already sold out, so you can't buy it. However, if you were living in the United Kingdom or Spain, Heinz is planning to release it in grocery stores over there.
Oh.
So they're going to make a lot more than 5,000 bottles. But right now, they have no plans to release it in the United States.
Ew.
Now, isn't Barbie an American movie?
Yeah, and so is Heinz.
Isn't Barbie an American character? Right. So why wouldn't they release it in the United States? Maybe they don't have the shelf space in American?
That is true. We have a lot more different varieties of things than they do overseas.
Right.
We just do.
So just discontinue one of the other ones so that you have room for this one.
Yeah, like mayo chup.
Nobody wants this, though. I don't want Pepto-Bismol pink on my salad or my burger. It's just weird. Just mix some mayo and barbecue sauce together, and there you go. You're ready to go.
Boom.
Got to talk about Taylor Swift. Everyone's talking about it. I mean, that's what everyone's listening to. Did you see these numbers?
Oh, well, I heard about it on the news today.
So this is her 11th studio album. It dropped on Friday. Everyone knew it was coming since she announced it at the Grammys. But what they didn't know is that there was going to be a bonus album. So it's 31 total songs.
Ay, ay, ay.
Dale and I listened to them. We really did. We sat outside on our patio and with some cocktails the other night. Was it Saturday night?
It was something like that.
And we listened to the whole thing. It's fine, I guess. It's a little moody.
Yeah, it is that.
And I agree with some of my friends that posted on social media. Every song pretty much sounds the same. But I don't know. I didn't hear any standout. I guess maybe Fortnite, the one with Post Malone, is the breakout single right now.
Yeah.
But this is what happened. She had over 300 million streams on Friday alone, and that was just on Spotify.
Right. And then someone said on the news that they break it down. It's somewhere between 5 and 10 cents per 10 stream song. So a penny a stream, basically.
Okay.
She had 300 million streams.
And she's getting that money.
Well, that would be her, like the ASCAP rate.
Right.
That's what she gets.
Holy shit. Amazon and Apple also said it broke records, the most streamed album worldwide in its first week. It's pretty amazing. Now, here's an extra that I didn't know about. If you guys have Amazon Music, which most people do because they're Amazon Prime members, you can go over there and listen to the album with Taylor breaking down each song and what it's about and why she wrote it. So that's kind of cool. There's an audio like when you're watching a movie and you listen to the director's
like a voiceover.
Yeah. So she's talking about her song. So I know Melicia's headed over there now to listen. Melissa stayed up until midnight Eastern time so that she could listen to the whole thing when it was immediately dropped.
Weird.
Yeah, she is weird. I like the song Florida featuring Florence and the Machine. It's pretty good.
It's catchy.
Yeah. And what I didn't realize is this is one of the songs that she's not addressing a former lover. Swift said this is an inspiration this track was an inspiration from, she's always watching Dateline. And she said people have these crimes that they commit where they immediately skip town. Where do they go? They go to Florida. That's what she said. So they can start over.
I do like Dateline.
Exactly. I'm going to listen to the album again and I want to kind of, I don't know, concentrate it more. Like if we're on a long flight, maybe I could listen to the whole thing. I don't usually sit around and listen to 31 songs back to back. I got other shit to do. Like watching Bold and the Beautiful. Anyway, watch out, guys, because now, Beyonce has her big country album a couple weeks ago. Now Taylor has this new album that's out, which is called, weirdly, The Tortured Poets Department. I think that they're going to be up again for Album of the Year.
It's going to be the same one.
Another battle, and then Jay-Z can get up there and cry foul when Taylor wins, because we know Taylor's going to win. Right?
Well,
you never know. You never know. I mean, Beyonce is the most Grammy-winning female artist of all time, so I don't know what she's complaining about. got all of them except for album. She wants it. I guess you always want what you don't have, right?
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, what are you going to do? Hey, so I don't know how old you were how old were you in 1994? Do you remember this?
I would have been 13.
Were you watching?
I can recall seeing the infamous video.
So it's the 30th anniversary of the 2-hour car chase where Al Cowling drove a white Ford Bronco down the 405 freeway in California with OJ Simpson supposedly pointing a gun at him. That didn't happen. There was no gun. It was interesting. It was literally the most watched car chase ever, right up before the most watched trial of the 20th century.
Well, that's because of who it was.
They said of course, 95 million people watched it live on TV, including me. I was watching it live. I believe it was a Friday night or a Saturday night.
That
I don't remember what day of the week it was, but I was in the Outer Banks with a couple friends. I was on vacation. Some girlfriends. Yeah. Anyway, why am I bringing this up? Only because it's the 30th anniversary, and the people who own the car, the Bronco still exists. They're planning to put it up for auction, and the owners want $1.5 million for it.
Yeah, right.
The Bronco sat in a garage for 17 years before it was loaned to the Alcatraz East Crime Museum in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, which apparently was shown off for years and years. And they said, the current owner said, someone offered them $775,000 for it once, but they turned it down.
Wow.
Because they wanted more. So now they want double that. They want $1.5 million.
That's so stupid.
Who would want that? What would you do with it?
Imagine. Because people...
It doesn't belong in a museum. It's just stupid.
It should just be destroyed. You would think the cops would have destroyed it a long time ago.
Yeah.
Confiscated it.
All right. Speaking of trucks, the Cybertruck is in trouble. They've had to recall 4,000 of them, which I think that's all of them, because the accelerator pedal can get trapped in the interior trim. You go rocketing forward and not be able to stop it. You know Kim Kardashian has one of these?
They are so fucking ugly.
So Dale and I were at Resorts World the other day. We've seen 2 of them, and both of them were at Resorts World. We saw one in the parking garage.
Right. I went forever and ever and ever without seeing one, and then twice in like 1 week.
And then we saw one parked in front of Crockford's at Resorts World. Someone had valeted it. And we were talking to the valet guy about it because we know him. And he was telling us how weird it drives because when you turn the steering wheel, all 4 wheels turn, not just the front ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just freaking ugly. I didn't know they came in white, but they do. You can get silver or white, I think.
Yeah, it's just... It looks like something should be on the surface of Mars.
I know. It looks like something that, would be like a moon rover.
Build. Right.
Exactly. In related news, Tesla announced yesterday that it's laying off about 2,700 employees from its Austin, Texas factory. This comes right after it. I mean, their sales are in the toilet, really.
Yeah.
We're taping this on Tuesday afternoon. Sometime Tuesday evening, they're going to be releasing their official numbers, but their stock as of yesterday was down 42% since January 1st. That's a big drop.
It's a big drop, and probably the Cybertruck has something to do with it, but I honestly think that Teslas are cool. They're cool cars.
Yeah.
I think it's him.
Well, I think
him being the face of it and what he's done to X and what he's been outspoken about.
Is it that, or does everyone who wants a Tesla already have one? Could the market just be saturated with them?
I mean, it could be.
I don't know. They've recently had to slash the prices of all their models, and I think they cut the self-driving software from 12 to 8,000. Is that what they did, or from 12 to 5?
Yeah.
I didn't know this. I thought Elon Musk owned the whole thing, but I guess because it does have a stock, obviously it doesn't. He's the largest stockholder. He owns 20.5%, which is why he's in charge, because he owns more than anyone else. Any other individual. How's that for your money news
there
today?
You go.
Let's shift gears. I want to talk about asshats. We're going to talk about asshats because I found a lot of stuff this week, and you guys probably heard about most of these because they made national news because they're so frigging stupid. And humanity, I'm really sad and scared for humanity because people are acting like frigging idiots these days. Or is this nothing new? Maybe people have always been idiots.
Yeah. No, always. Yeah. People suck.
The first story is, did you hear about the 5 people who were recorded on video pulling 2 baby bear cubs out of a tree in Asheville, North Carolina last Tuesday to take photos with them?
No.
They ripped one of the bears out of, it was holding on for dear life, did not want to be pulled out of this tree, and they actually harmed one of the bears just so that they could hold it and take pictures of it. And they possibly orphaned this poor bear too, because once the mother knows that her babies have been tampered with
Right.
by humans,
Right.
they abandon them. Birds do that. Birds do that all the time.
I think bunnies do it too, right?
Yeah.
Catch a bunny.
You're not supposed to feed them either. Like my dad feeds the deer in his neighborhood. He's not supposed to do that. Anyway, also, it's very dangerous. If the mother had been nearby, she may have attacked and killed these people.
That would have been perfect justice.
Yeah. The injured cub was luckily rescued by a medical team that deals with such things. And they've had to take it away because it was almost near death. And hopefully it will live, but it probably will never be living in the wild. It's probably going to have to live in a zoo.
Right.
So these fucking asshats in North Carolina ruined a bear's life. Guess what?
What?
The officials in Asheville decided not to press criminal charges against these people.
So that was my question. Did they commit a crime?
I hope it's a crime. Is it not a crime?
Like, were they on federal land? Possibly
on
not.
the side of a road
Are
somewhere
bears
near a park.
able to be shot and killed? Probably.
In certain, not
Yeah.
right in downtown Asheville, I'm sure.
I don't know.
I don't know.
They have to commit a crime.
But do you agree that it's a horrible
It
thing what
sucks.
they
They're
did?
sucky people, yeah.
They should be ashamed of themselves. Absolutely the same. I hate people that abuse animals for any reason. Like this fucking thing that's coming up on the first weekend in May, the stupid Kentucky Derby.
Right.
Horse racing should be illegal.
That and the dog race.
Do you know how many animals are put down every year? These poor horses because they injure themselves and break their leg, and then there's nothing you can do for them, so you have to kill them.
Or they're just lame, and they just get rid of them because it's expensive to feed them.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate these people that dress up with their stupid fucking hats and drink their mint juleps and think that this is a good thing. It's not a good thing, you fucking assholes. And if you listen to the show and you like horse racing, just don't listen to the show anymore. I hate you. Meanwhile, 2 asshats were videotaped toppling 140 million-year-old rock formations right here in the Vegas area at the Redstone Dunes Trail at Lake Mead. They had a small child with them. What kind of example are these men to this small child?
Yeah. I did see this one.
Yeah, the National Park Service is trying to ID the men. They've got the video. They're trying to figure out who they are. If they find them, they could face federal charges, and their punishment could range anywhere from 6 months in jail and a $5,000 fine, all the way up to a felony offense.
Good.
This is a national park, people.
Right.
You can't topple fucking 440 million-year-old rock formations. They belong to all of us, not you. I hope they find them, and I hope they go to jail, and they take that kid away from them, because they're horrible, horrible examples. Now get this. This is where the nerve of some people just drives me insane. I get it. If you have a kid that has special needs, you want to do everything in your power to make them comfortable and make life easier for them. But a mother seriously reached out to Carnival Cruise Lines because she has a 9-year-old autistic boy. And she asked for all the hand dryers. You know, the electric hand dryers. You press the button and hot air comes out.
Right.
She wanted them all removed from every public bathroom on the entire Vista cruise ship before they got on board because they bother her autistic kid so much.
Now, the thing is that she's fucking serious.
I looked it up. The Vista has over 40 public restrooms.
And there's at least multiple hand dryers in each one, probably.
There's no way in hell that Carnival would agree to something so stupid.
No.
Carnival rightly reached out to the mother and said, that's obviously impossible and fucking stupid. They didn't say that. I did. But they offered the kids some specially designed sensory headphones to wear if they have to go to the bathroom, which I thought was really nice at Carnival. They could have just told her to go pound dirt.
Well, the thing is that they offered her something that they already give out anyway. It wasn't something that they went out of their way to do. I read the article. They carried these. It's a little packet box that you can get.
That's wonderful. I'm glad that Carnival does that for people. That's great. But the idea that you would ask someone to change their complete life for you is ridiculous.
I mean, because if they had said yes, what goes to say, look, I'm a recovering alcoholic. I don't want any alcohol served on my Vista cruise.
It's exactly. Well, that is just.
Then you just don't fucking go.
Don't go. Well, on every single cruise, every single day, they have the Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. So, there are alcoholics everywhere, but they need to learn how to live in a world where there's alcohol everywhere, especially on a cruise ship. If you're an alcoholic, don't come to Vegas.
Right. Don't come here.
It's just so ridiculous. I had a fight with a friend of mine who she is deathly allergic to peanuts, or one of her kids is. And she didn't think it was unreasonable to call up the airline ahead of time and ask them not to serve any peanuts or allow any of the passengers to bring peanuts on board.
No.
You know what you do in that situation?
You stay the fuck home. Or
you stay home or you drive.
You find another way.
Yeah. Have you seen the Alec Baldwin video?
No, and I'm reading it ahead and I'm like, this really fucking happened?
This is happening, and it's happening all over the country. 2 celebrities, and it's happening on college campuses. And, these Free Palestine people, and I'm not going to pretend to understand the whole situation over there. I know that we don't stand up for Hamas, though. We don't stand up for terrorists, and we need to support our friends, which is why we're supporting Israel. But this is a 1-minute video. It was posted on an account with the name Crackhead Barney and Friends, which right there tells you something's fucked up with these people. This woman begins taping from her phone, videotaping Alec Baldwin, which she ran into in a coffee shop in Manhattan, in New York City. I believe this was a couple days ago. And it begins with the person asking Alec to say Free Palestine, demanding that he say Free Palestine to her video, which is just so friggin' stupid. And then when he was trying to ignore the woman, she said, why did you kill that lady? You killed that lady, got no jail time. No jail time, Alec. You're putting innocent people in jail, Alec Baldwin. Free Palestine, Alec. Just one time, and I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone, I swear. That's what she said. So he was very calm about it. He tried to get the manager at the coffee shop to kick her out, and that wasn't working. And then I think he said he was going to call the police, and she says, fuck Israel, fuck Zionism, please say it. And that's when he took his hand and slapped the phone out of her hand.
Right.
And it goes flying onto the floor. And she said that he was harassing her. And it's clear if you watch the video that.
Right. I'm going to have to go find this.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have to go far. Just go to x.com and just type in Alec Baldwin. It will come up 80,000 times. It's disturbing. And actually put it up on the Swish Edition's Twitter page.
Oh, okay.
So it's up there. But I mean, come on, leave people alone. You have free speech, and you can say whatever you want, and you can, say Free Palestine, and you can say fuck Zionism if you want. It's a free country. But to try to force celebrities to do it,
right?
You just fuck off. Fuck off. Back to where you came from, crackhead Barney. I bet you don't have any friends. She only has 8,000 followers, so I don't think anyone's watching. Well, the whole world's watching now.
She might have more now.
Yeah. So my friend Gary Leff, who I worked with at Mercatus Center in way back a million years ago, he has this really popular blog called View from the Wing, and he's always on CNN and MSNBC and stuff. He's kind of an amateur aviation superstar. I don't know.
Yeah.
Amateur aviation expert. Anyway, he was talking about this woman, and this man who had just gotten married. They went to the airport to go fly away on their honeymoon. When the couple got up to the counter, they said, "We can offer you one seat in business class, but we only have one." And she immediately said, no, we want to stay together. We'll stay in our coach seats. And he was like, no, I'll take it. And he said, because you get to fly all the time and I've never sat up front before. So I'm going to sit up there. And he did on their fucking honeymoon. He sat in first class and sent her back to coach. And then in the back of the plane, she's sitting there feeling hurt and pissed off, rightfully so.
Right.
He starts texting her saying that he feels anxiety about the flight and could she send him some good words. And she fucking ignored him.
I would, yes.
She decided by the time they got to where they're going that she was just going to let it go and deal with it later because she didn't want to ruin the whole honeymoon. But talk about an asshat. You're an asshat if you do that.
Yeah, because it would have been ruined. I would have been pissed the entire trip.
It's one thing for a husband and wife to sit in first and send your kids to coach. I think that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But to split up a couple, that's not cool, especially when you're on your honeymoon. Not cool at all. I would never do that to you.
I would hope not.
Would you do it to me?
No.
We just wouldn't be right. We'd sit in the back together and suffer together. We're talking about things that are 30 years old. I'm kind of amazed by this story, and I don't understand it at all. You've seen The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, right?
Like once a long time ago.
It's like an iconic cult classic, and it's really, really good, and I actually want to sit down and watch it again. They're making a sequel to it, and all three of the original stars are on board 30 years later. Terrence Stamp, who plays the trans person in the movie, he is 85 years old, so that should be interesting.
Right.
The other two are Guy Pearce and Hugo Weaving. They're all great actors, and they did an amazing job. So it's one trans person and two gay guys. They dress up as, and they do these acts to ABBA songs, you know?
Yeah.
So they're traveling around the country doing their show. It's fun. And Priscilla, if you didn't know this, Priscilla is the name of their bus.
Correct.
She is the queen of the desert. Anyway.
And it was all in Australia.
The whole thing was in Australia. It's definitely, so the director said they're definitely going to start in Australia, but it might go somewhere else, the movie, the new one. And apparently, they're going to replace all the ABBA music with Lady Gaga stuff.
Oh.
They found the bus. It took a long time to find it. They finally found it, and they found out that it had been damaged in a bushfire.
Oh, no.
So they're currently restoring the bus so they can use the same bus in the new movie. Yeah. Not fun?
That is fun.
Now, here's something I'm not excited about, because I thought The Office, the United States version of The Office, which was a remake of a British series called The Office.
Right.
Did you ever see the original British series?
I think I saw 1 or 2 episodes.
It's really good. Really good. Now, of course, ours was really good, too. It was on for too many years, though. It was good for the first 5 years, and then I thought it just went off the deep end, but I stopped watching it. No original cast members have been contacted. They're going to supposedly starting over from scratch with a whole new set of people. Now, here's the interesting person, because
and that's
you
the
know
thing.
her.
I think they can do that.
They can
Every
do that.
office works different.
Yeah. And we don't know if it'll be done under Mifflin Paper Company. We don't know if it'll be in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what we do know is that they cast Sabrina Impacatore.
I believe 2 C's make an H. Impacatore. I don't know.
She was in White Lotus season 2. She was the lesbian hotel manager.
Oh, yeah.
She was amazing. So she's been cast. She's going to be in this new Office reboot. And that's all we know. That's all we know. Do we need more Office? I don't know.
I'm like you. The first early seasons were fun.
Yeah.
Once whatchamacallit left, I couldn't get into it.
Michael Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they did. They too many of the good people left, and then they kept bringing in other people, and I guess it was funny, but when I watch it, I like the original ones, not the later ones. Anyway, we talked about it on the show before. It was a rumor many moons ago. We heard it from a staff member at Mandalay Bay probably over a year ago, right?
A while. Because that buffet has been closed since COVID.
But now it's been confirmed. Mandalay Bay here in Las Vegas is turning their former buffet space, which never reopened after COVID. They're turning it into an interactive experience surrounding the life and music of Bob Marley. It's so weird. It's so weird, and it makes no sense to me.
I think so too.
How popular is reggae music? How popular could it possibly be that they're going to fill this entire... It's a huge space.
It's massive.
So it's going to be like 2 different shows. It's going to be something during the day. It's going to be one thing. And then at night, it's going to be something totally different. I don't know exactly what that means. Interactive experience and shows and music and kind of a museum about his life. And I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounds horrible to me.
It won't last. And it's not that it's because it's Bob Marley. Those types of things don't seem to last.
I give it like 6 months.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's going to be that
Not gonna
popular.
work.
It's about as dumb as the $12 billion Brightline project, the train project that broke ground here on Monday. Secretary of the Transportation, Buttigieg, was here for the groundbreaking. We actually drove by it, and you're like, hey, I knew that's happening today. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
We saw it on the side of the highway. This is the train that's going to connect Las Vegas with a town
Rancho Cucamonga.
30 miles outside of LA. So it's not super convenient. And if the rumors are true that it's going to be $300, $400 each way, then why wouldn't you fly on the $59 Southwest flight? Doesn't make any sense to me that it could be that. What did you say it cost to go from Orlando to Miami on the Brightline?
I think I read it was $89.
Yeah. That sounds reasonable. Right?
Yeah.
Trapper's done that a million times.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't get this.
I read reviews. Everyone says that route is great. People take it all the time.
Yeah. So if you want to go.
And the one good thing that they have, aside from Amtrak, assigned seats.
Oh, I like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I do like that. Well,
there's nothing worse than getting on an Amtrak train that's not an endpoint. And you get on that motherfucker and you have to walk 3 or 4 cars to try to find a damn seat.
Yeah. Or if you're 2 people and you want to try to find 2 together. That's
miserable.
Sucks. You've had to do that before. You've had to go through 4, 5, 6 cars.
Yep.
Just to find one seat.
One seat.
Although when you're on the Excella between Boston, New York, and DC, you can reserve your seat only if you're in first class.
Yeah.
If you're just in business class, it's just all open seating. Kind of stupid. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be a mess here for years and years and years while they build the damn thing.
2028 it opens.
Yeah. I'm not super excited about it, and nor do I think I'm going to use it. Anyway, our final topic today is, I guess it was Monday or yesterday, they announced the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees for 2024. Mm-hmm. They are Cher, Kool and the Gang, Mary J. Blige, Foreigner, A Tribe Called Quest, Ozzy Osbourne, the Dave Matthews Band, and Peter Frampton.
Kool and the Gang just performed on Fremont.
Yeah.
This past weekend.
They're amazing. But the only one I don't really know A Tribe Called Quest. I mean, I've heard of the name, but I couldn't tell you one song they sing.
Yes, you could. I could play you a song.
Yeah. But I've definitely heard of everyone else. Ozzy Osbourne's already in it. He was inducted as a member of Black Sabbath several years ago. And Cher, I was really surprised to see her name because she said multiple times over the years that she doesn't give a shit about the Hall of Fame. And she said they can go fuck themselves. And I think that's because she wasn't nominated many moons ago.
Many moons ago.
Yeah. All right. Don't forget to subscribe and follow our show. You got anything else you want to say, Dale?
I do not.
Okay.
Except goodbye.
Except goodbye. All right. You guys have a wonderful week, and we'll talk to you again sometime soon. I got other shit to do. Like watching Bold and the Beautiful.